name's Dasho Mosh. I play water polo and I've been playing for coming up to 9 years now. What got me into water polo was when I was in my swimming club and my mate used to get off dead early. So I was like, how come you're getting off so early? And he was like, I'm going to play water polo. So I was like to my dad, what's water polo? Can I play it? Because my mate's doing it. So yeah, my dad spoke to his mate and he got me into a club, City Liverpool I think it was, on every Sunday afternoon. I did that. My favourite thing about water polo, probably the physicality of it. Just obviously not allowed to fight, but I do love having that little bit of fight in it. I don't like the swimming. That's the worst bit about it. But yeah, the fight and the physicality of it, that's probably one of my favourite parts of the game.
Odd Job Boy is a 50-minute long documentary film on YouTube about a young boy called Alfie who lives in Clitheroe, Lancashire, and his attempts to make money around his village by just doing odd jobs. I really enjoyed the rawness of it. There's sections in the film where there's sort of uncut and uncensored audio. Either he's swearing or it's just the ambient noises around. Adds a really authentic nature. He's wearing ripped clothes, he's not trying too hard, he's just being himself. It's very authentic. And that's just something I really enjoyed about it and the overall message that it portrays. So there's a lot of different types of camera angles that are used in the film. There's a mixture of standing tripod shots where he's cycling along the road, framed by two houses. I thought that was quite humorous, especially around the bins on his trolley. I really like the drone footage of him cycling through the village. That was quite nice. I think that the fact that it's handheld and it has a lot of unpredictable movement is very reflective of his life. He's always doing new things, trying new things. I think that worked really well. My favourite thing though is the fact that the opening and ending scene is cyclical. So it's a GoPro of him on his bike riding through the village, and I think that keeps it nice and tied together, and that works really, really well. Odd Job Boy is a really emotive documentary in a really subtle way. He's a very relaxed, chilled guy and is very friendly around the village, and he's got a real sense of purpose, and I think the whole message that it conveys is the purpose within oneself. He ends the documentary by saying, you start with now and you end with now, and that's all there is. And it's about making do with what you've got and making the most out of what you've got. And I think that's a really strong thing, especially nowadays, for us to hold on to as people. That life isn't about what you've got, but what you make of it. I think that's a really powerful message, and to have it portrayed by someone like Alfie, who's just very raw and authentic, is the best way to do it.
Growing up in Liverpool, it was very fun. I remember growing up as a kid, I was on the weekends playing in the close that I lived in, playing football with the neighbours. Up to my nan's every weekend, cousins. Used to do the same thing, mess around. Favourite thing to do in Liverpool has to be going to footy. Has to be. No matter how many times I go to football, I always get that feeling. It's a feeling that you can't really replicate anywhere else. Going to football with my dad or going with my mates, going with my cousin. Supporting the club that I've supported all my life is just probably my favourite thing to do. The people, the city in general. So it's a lot different down south. A lot of southerners don't have any manners. So that's a big difference. They don't really talk. If you walk past someone in Liverpool, you might end up having a 10-minute conversation with them about a random thing, but in south, not really. You just walk past each other. You don't even like nod heads or anything. That's one of the big differences. A day out, obviously I recommend going city centre, loads of shopping, the waterfront, see the Lava building, the museums. If you can't go to football, there's loads of restaurants you can go to. At night, loads of nightclubs, the Cavern Club, there's always music on, always something going on in there. I think that's only a £5, so yeah, recommend that. I know I said one of my favourite things is the people, but that's one of the least favourites as well, some of the people, because there is some nasty characters in Liverpool, but again, that's just like any other place you go to. Oh, it's a tough one. We are very passionate people, very proud people of where we come from. We take no shit from no one, and we are very creative.